Okay, our sixth, seventh fly in the group. We have, of course, hooks. We're providing size 14. Don't be afraid to tie this fly down to size 20. 18, 16, 20s, 22 if you can. But I will show you probably next week how to tie it in 22 using different materials, and it's really easy. Got some dubbing. This is dry fly dubbing, super fine. You got a little bit of elk hair, and you're going to have some saddle feathers. And simple fly, but a very useful fly. Caddis flies they hatch about 60–70% in mass, but the rest of them hatch throughout the year. And you'll find huge ones hatching in October, called the October caddis usually. And you'll find in mid-season, late season, a lot of them hatching. Sometimes if you fish Hot Creek, they have micro caddis, which are size 22. Lots of them, but they're easy to tie. And local streams, almost everywhere you'll find caddis flies. They fly kind of awkward. They're like kind of almost clumsy, like they just they'll get on a branch and they'll fall off into the water and stuff, and that's why fish kind of explode on them quickly. When they hatch, when they hit the surface, they take to flying right away. Unlike a mayfly having to put its wings up and get them to dry out and float downstream maybe 10 or 20 feet, not with the caddis. So when you see fish coming clear out of the water, it's a caddis. And later on in the book, there's a deep sparkle pupa. And that's a caddis, one of the stages. It's about 2 hours before it hatches. It floats down on the bottom of the river and fish go nuts. So they're all stirred up by the time the hatch comes. So it's a very, very fun time to fish. So I'm going to leave just a little space at the eye of the hook. And it doesn't have to be much. And just continue on for a little bit. And you wrap clear down to the bend of the hook. My regular scissors, I just cut my thread off. So now I'm going to take one of these feathers here, and the same thing, I'm going to tie it in. It doesn't matter which end, just so that little curved part of the feather kind of faces up. And this is the tip, so I'm going to take quite a bit off so it doesn't break off too easy. And I just tie it in, wrap down. Quite a ways. Now, an option, you can put a little tiny fine wire in here. I never do that on mine because it just adds weight and I want it to float high. But the original pattern, they used a fine wire and they back wrapped it against the hackle so it didn't break too easy. I tie my own flies. They're cheap. Mostly because I'm cheap, you know. But here we go. Don't need much. Just a little bit. And the same thing applies as in the light Cahill. You just want just a tad on there, just enough. So you got a little bit on there. Not very much. You don't need much. Okay, now I left a little bit, maybe a quarter of the shank, because I'm going to be tying on my elk hair there. So you need a little room. And then I'm just going to wrap this forward. And tie it off. 2, 1 on the other side, and 1 more wrap on that side, and it should be secure. I got my good scissors, cut it off there, and then I'm going to go ahead and just trim it at an angle like that. Okay, makes it real simple. Then we're going to get out a new tool. You got a small one of these. This is way too big. You'd be using this if you're tying a bass bug and spinning a bunch of hair. And then you got a smaller one, and I got an even smaller one, maybe too small, I don't know. I get my old scissors, okay, not my new scissors. And if you have only one pair of scissors, you cut with the inside part, because this deer hair, it's actually elk hair, will make a big dent in your scissors. And so I'm going to cut off a piece. I'm going to hold it together, and then I'm going to go like this, and I want to hold it up towards the tips because I want all the bad stuff out. And then I can take my scissors and start going through it like this. See? I want all the bad stuff out of there. And then if I got any tips that are actually super long, I just pull them out. And then I take this and we just put this right in your stacker, tip down, okay? And you're gonna tap it. And then my stacker opens up like this, yours will pull apart, and you grab it by the tips. Okay, you're gonna measure the length of the shank of the hook. Not to the bend, but to where the hook starts to bend. And you're gonna take this, and I'm gonna put a wrap around it and back around the hook right where I want it, and I'm gonna pull straight up. That way you're not gonna chase it around the hook. Okay? Take 1, 2, 3, 4 bends, you know, just a few turns. Okay, and then I'm gonna pull a couple of these up and go over it, some more, some more, some more, and finally I'm gonna wrap over here like that. I take the whip finisher, because it's probably the easiest to whip finish it right now, and just start putting turns right in there. Maybe a couple more. Cut my thread off just with pressure. And now you want to gather these up just like that, and you want to cut them off about like that. And that's the Elk Hair Caddis.